Oh, great. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the love of the challenge. We are officially back. Challenge 42 has kicked off, and I got a couple of people here that we're gonna help break this thing down. How y'all doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. I'm ready. Let's get started.
All right, so the first episode. What are y'all reactions, man? We got kicking it off with a marathon and pretty much to see who's gonna be the top eight. Then once it broke down to the top eight, what was y'all reactions of that marathon? Excuse me, that marathon type deal.
I think it's a good way to judge stamina and then puzzle skills. So it's actually a really good way to pick someone to be a captain, someone who's more well-rounded, who's also physically and mentally level.
What about you?
I'm down with it. At least it's better than the first one where the last person gets to choose the team. But top eight and the puzzle, that's a first way to make sure who stands out the most.
I thought it was different. I felt like that including that puzzle thing was interesting because of the fact that you got to choose who the captains are because it's only going to be three captains, and we saw that it was Chris, Justin, and who was the third person?
Yeah, Justin, Chris, Annalie, Annalie.
Annalie, and I got to say that, and yeah, Annalie. She those three actually ended up becoming the captains. The twist with the captains, though, I thought was actually intriguing, was the fact that you could not pick your team. The other captains got to pick your team. What was your reaction to the other players have to pick the other person's teammates in order to build their team?
It definitely added a dynamic of kind of seeing where everybody's at with the captains. Because obviously it shows, do these people have interaction? Are they going to help each other out? Who's gonna, I mean, it's also a first way of saying, because what happened when it was Chris, right, who was talking to
Hmm.
Yeah,
Annalie, and he's like, you give me this person, I'll give you this person, let's do that. And then the first thing she does is give him not the right person.
right.
So it shows a little bit of, okay, so you're just playing with me, you're not going to work with me, and done. So I think that was a dumb move on her part because Chris is such a strong player. She should have, in my opinion, that's somebody she definitely should have wanted to connect with, in
Hmm.
my opinion. Dumb move.
Yeah, that was one move. What about you?
Um, it shows that who who the person you align with because Annalie thought that Chris is going to be on her side, but Chris playing a game on its own, so she should have seen that coming because you have to understand Chris is a USA Challenge USA Season 2 winner. That's a challenge champion you're talking to. So I think Anna Lee made a rookie move, so that's her fault.
Yeah, I thought that was a dynamic that she couldn't pick up on because I'm like, how you not pick up on he trying to work with you when Justin picked up on it, then them two actually went ahead and ran with it as stacking each other's team. And I felt like you got one team with a lot of experience, and then you got the blue team, not the blue team, I'm sorry. You have the orange team with Johnny and CT on. So I'm interested to see how this relationship work as you see as we move forward. It's going to be a dynamic viewing because of these two champions. You got seven, got one, the other one got five. So you got a ton of experience on that, and especially with this challenge that's getting ready to take place, which is called Right This Way, where they had across the platform. And you got to get as many people across the platform as possible to win. What was your thoughts on the opening of the challenge?
Well, why the heck did they put Johnny and CT on the same team? That was ridiculously dumb. Uh, bad, bad, bad. Whoever decided to do that, they were not paying attention. Uh, Poor Kara sitting at the end of the line, having to get stuck on that rookie team. But I think that it's a good setup. I really am enjoying the way they're doing it. And I'm excited for the twist because there's one coming. Because we saw that in the preview, this whole mutiny thing. I want to know what that is and what that means, and if people are going to be changing some jerseys. I'm very excited.
What about you?
When it, I thought this is gonna be different from the first cutthroat. So okay, we like to see it, but also Johnny and CT in one team. Oh man, who in a who's gonna stop them? Which that team's like somebody tells me they're gonna win the season when you have CT and Johnny on the same team. So it's like having a Jordan on the team. If you have a Jordan on your team, that's a that's a guarantee win. That's a guarantee win. People say, and also you have Tori there. It's like Tori, Michelle, Tori, and some. I heard there's a lot of people claiming that they're gonna give a Tori win, having CT and Johnny together.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Tori's a good player either way. Love her or hate her, she's pretty well rounded. She's a workhorse. Um, and she was bound to win a season no matter what. You know, that was going to end up happening. Honestly, the CT Johnny dynamic is going to go one of two ways. It's going to be like this amazing peanut butter and jelly. They're going to roll their way to the end, or it's going to implode like, you know, Mount St. Helens, and it's going to destroy everything. Like it's going to be Pompeii all over again, and everybody's going to get destroyed in the in, in the aftermath of that matchup. They're two very big egos, even though CT has obviously calmed down a bit, but he's still who he is. He's just waiting.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how this goes because especially in this challenge, it's the first challenge, and I said they were crossing the platforms, and the other challengers had to pull the board up under them, and he was like it's like a rug where you're just getting rubbed, yanked up under you, and I got to say, the one Adrian, you get two people that goes across easily, and then the rest you it's a hard time to get across. My thing with CT is will the endurance part come into play? Because we did see in the preview somewhere early on where he was struggling. So I'm interested to see how this whole season plays out for him and if he can make it to the end. Because if his endurance ain't there, that's the only thing that I worry about. Other than that, strength wise, I'm not messing with him. I don't think nobody can match up with him strength wise. Johnny still couldn't match up strength wise with CT reality, and I'm excited to see the backpack again. I saw they brought this, they bringing that back. So, but to kind of keep it on topic with this challenge that they're facing here, and with the great team actually winning this challenge, they was able to get four people across where everybody else was only be able to get two. Everybody was flying off left and right. Carla Maria got picked last. Um, I don't know why. Well, I can see why she got picked last, but I think that was a dumb choice on them to pick last. If I wonder if how the teams would be if she was on Johnny and CT's team. That's the only dynamic that I would like to see, and hopefully we might be able to see something like that. So overall, what was your take on who won the challenge and what was going on during that particular challenge that stood out to you?
I mean, the first challenge wasn't very intricate or interesting. It's just who's got balance. And honestly, that girl who managed to crab crawl through there, that was pretty awesome because you saw everybody else trying to do it. They could not. get their knees upright.
Right.
Um, so when you look at it, it's too straightforward. It was a simple, just basic daily. Big ups for them for the managing to get their four players over. It was really just a complete washout. Like it's amazing that they did such a good job.
Hmm. What about you?
Okay, the first daily is like, okay, it's more about ballads. I think they should have started out with the big guys then and br- and run as fast as you can because I if it's me, I would run fast fast as possible, avoiding the 10-second interval. There are a lot of good things, and Natalie T did a yay, or I know he didn't confess this. He's ready to show his moment of shine, and then he fell off. Like
Right. And I
that's like
forget.
watching.
Right. And I forget he got one leg, and I'm just like, this dude running over here. And I was just like, oh, I forgot he got one leg. So that was actually, I don't think that was the smartest strategy. I know one person crawled over there and without even hitting the water or diving. I was like, that was the strategy that they should all took to get across the plank. All right.
But
So
they couldn't hit their knees.
yeah,
That's the
right. You
problem.
can't do it. And I mean, yeah, I would have crawled myself with my leg intact and just not even hit my knees on it. I'd be like, blue, 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 quick, because he was just
Okay.
running.
Okay,
So,
let's see. Let's
yeah,
see if you can do it. Okay, I
I
want to
wonder
see
if
you do
I
it.
could do, yeah, I would want to see if I could do that part because I would have been like crawling, not on my knees though, but it would have been on my feet. So depending on how slick the platform is. So, this first, what is it called? This first nomination. What did y'all think about this split voting and everything with the orange team? Because they had a strategy coming in here talking about we're going to stalemate it, and then CT was like, "Hey man, nah, that goes into Johnny's favor. I don't like this ideal. So what we doing here?" So I thought that was funny. I don't think he should have said so. He should have just let it play it out. You're an OG. You're an OG of the challenge. I felt like CT could have played it, just played out, not saying anything instead of ruffle feathers this early because this is the first one. So, what did y'all think about that whole riff raff, or was it just staged to just create some type of drama?
I don't think it was staged. With CT and I mean with Johnny, I would think of it, but CT's not necessarily too much of the producer type. I
Right.
think he just had a panic. Because he knows that he did so poorly last season. Um, with the dailies and with his weight, and I think he is concerned because a lot of the newer people coming in still that's all they focus on. They don't care about CT, the five challenge winner who is an amazingly stacked, player. All they remember is last season he did so bad. So all of a sudden his mind is like, "Oh my God, they're going to vote me in. Everybody's going to vote me in because of how badly I did last season." So I think it was more of a moment of panic, where he was like, he thought CT's always been the guy who's had a lot of friends, especially in the newer seasons, not in the older seasons, but these newer seasons, he's gathered a lot of good people who followed him and who have kind of kept his back and stuff like that. And I think this is the first time since the first seasons that he's felt, oh, I may not have as many friends here
Mm,
as I want. So I think that's what it was. I don't think it was staged.
What about you?
I want to say good or bad that having get rid of bananas in CT right out the gate was very, I would say, odd in my opinion. But I understand CT is starting to get panicked because it's all about what happened last season. You cannot just say CT's endurance, questioning his endurance and all of it. Because if you look at finals when it comes to CT never lost finals in Thailand. That's the one stat that you
Mm,
should be aware of it because CT in when it comes to finals in Thailand, he never lost. That's the
But
Interesting.
when's
biggest
the
win.
last time he won in Thailand?
It
It
would
wasn't within the last 5 years.
no, it would have been.
Let's call it what it is.
Wait a minute.
Invasion.
Wait a minute. What season was that they were in? Was it
Invasion.
World Invasions?
No, 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 not invasion. It was World War II. World War
That's
II
what I
was
was
the
thinking. World War II. That's what it was. So that's not too long ago. Because before that would have been agents, not agents. Rivals
yeah,
too.
Rivals 2. That's
And
the
Listen,
then
first win
CT
for
is an
them.
overall solid player. If he gets to the final, he very likely will either win it or be so close to in second place it would be ridiculous. We know this. We know this. The newbies are out here going,
right.
well, he sucked last season and da 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 da, and he doesn't have the endurance anymore. He's fat or whatever. So the thing is they don't realize how much of a beast he is. They don't give him the credit that he deserves at the end of the day. And that's what I mean. He doesn't have allies. It's not because they think they're going to beat him that he's going to beat them in a final anymore. They think, oh, he's going to drag down the team.
Mm.
So that's a situation that I'm looking at as an overall because people still hold grudges. I mean, they tried to get him out for allegedly throwing a challenge last season
Mm.
when you obviously saw that he didn't throw that. He just couldn't do what he was, he just couldn't do the daily. He just couldn't do it.
Mhm.
So, like when you look at his overall resume, we know because we're smart and we've watched these seasons and we've studied these and how people are and we know that it's easy for us to say, yeah, he's going to dominate. But for the kids who've only done 2 seasons and now they're having to depend on somebody that they see more as a papa bear than, you know, CT the animal who punched people in the face and got sent home for it multiple times.
Right. Right. Because he ain't, yeah, that CT, he will appear probably later on in the season. So I'm waiting for that one to actually occur. But after they already came, they brought Michelle and what was the other guy's name? I can't even think of it now.
Oh, Justin?
Justin. So they had the girl, not the girl, the woman had to make the choice of the opposite sex had to make the choice of voting whoever they needed to go in. So it was only between Bananas and CT, and Michelle voted Bananas, which was interesting. And then she went off and did her powwow moment because she felt that her and Bananas relationship has will no longer be healed. So, what did y'all think about the powwow that Michelle was displaying in this episode?
Michelle is so dramatic. I like her, but she's so effing dramatic. Calm the down. It's Johnny Bananas. At the end of the day, he's gonna throw her in anyway.
Yeah,
He would have done it because, oh, well, last season we had an epic showdown.
yeah,
There's no way that he was not already going to be targeting her. Maybe not right up front, maybe not right to her face because he likes to do shady and underhanded things. Let's be honest. He gets into people's ears and he has people do his dirty work for him. She was going to get it anyway. And I always tell people if you have a chance to choose Johnny Bananas, and I think this is something Cara said on Final Free Agents,
mhm.
if you have an opportunity to throw Johnny Bananas into elimination, do it. Why would you not do it? That's a silly move.
Yeah, that is. But the question becomes, do you throw him in again after you threw him in this time?
Yes, every time.
Every time. I would throw him in now. If he's sending people home left and right, I'm kind of rethinking that. Now, granted, whatever the elimination is, because we don't know what the elimination is, especially going in here.
Johnny's hit or
You know.
miss.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be hit or miss regardless when you go into an elimination. What's your take on all this?
Cheryl has a tendency to lose her shit. She's trying to control her game at her own pace because like throwing bananas is like, oh no, what makes you think bananas is gonna do to me next? You have to understand, Michelle does have no Devin. That's her in her corner because Michelle can't rely on Devin to do the work. She's gonna have to rely on Tori because who does she have left? Tori? And
Yeah.
Michelle is worried that what makes you think if Bananas came back, what makes you think he gonna throw her the first chance he get? Because season 40 is like,
Because that's what he does.
yep, season 40
He's
is like,
he's he's vengeance. He goes for vengeance. That's what he does.
Well,
yep.
he'll get his revenges back one way or the other. So
Mm.
after they threw, I mean, think I can't even remember. Was this something happened before? No, it wasn't happening before they went to the elimination round. But yes, the elimination round. We
Well,
got
we got a discussion with Nellie and Corey and
oh,
discussing what happened with
thank
Nellie and Corey.
thank you for bringing that because I couldn't think of it right off
I
the
knew
bat.
that's what you were going
Yeah,
for.
that's what I was going for because I'm just like I'm missing something. But Corey, Nelly, and what's her name, Izzy. It's a conversation that was had. I don't know. I'm not gonna really say my take on this. I'm gonna wait till see how this plays out before I say because I know Corey then came out and apologized about it. But in these first two episodes,
He did? I missed
yeah,
that.
yes, it was the I think a few days ago when I saw it. They
What
have
did he apologize for? Can you
from
I don't
my well, I didn't read the whole thing, but what I saw was that he apologized for what his behavior on the challenge because him and Izzy. I saw two people talking. Yes, he said the woman is attractive. Yes, it's no way. I don't think he disrespected his baby mama in any way because he was having a conversation. It's not like they were all hugged up. Dude, they was just two people talking, in my opinion. So
It wasn't,
he's
I
like,
think, the conversation that he had with Izzy. I think it's what he said in the confession. We don't sleep
okay,
in the same bed.
right.
She doesn't talk to me. She doesn't touch me. We live
I
together and
mean,
all we're doing is taking care of the kids. So I think, but the thing is with that is, let's be honest, we knew that their relationship wasn't solid.
mhm.
Um, and him going on the challenge and clarifying that the relationship isn't solid saves him from the stigma, which he's always carried. I mean, this guy's cheated on every single season. Like,
Yeah, but
like that man loves to hook up with ladies.
yeah,
So,
ain't nothing wrong with that. But
no, as long as there is consensual, they're all adults.
right,
He can be his man horse self all he wants.
yeah,
Now, power to the man horse. But with the whole situation there, I get it. And I don't think because he, at the end of the day, he said she's an amazing mom. She's great with my kids. We're figuring it out, but our relationship is basically dead. Kind of situation. Um, Now whether or not that's true or a perceived relationship,
perception. Yeah,
because at the end of the day, if you haven't had that conversation, that's not the relationship you're in, guys. Hello.
right.
Men, use your communication. Sorry, that's just me. But anyway, guys like to assume things are happening without having conversations with ladies.
Well, so I'm not built like that no more. So I can't really say anything
Quote,
about
quote,
that.
quote, no
Uh,
no more.
no
Do you hear
more.
how he
Yeah.
said he
He said
no
no more,
more?
no more, no more. So you ain't gotta keep throwing that out there, okay? We already got that.
You
So
said it.
I'm gonna address that later. On you, man. What's your take on that?
To me, this is like a grown-up conversation, um, a regular grown-up conversation. We all thought that Corey allegedly wants to, we all know that Corey's a family's man, and Nelson understands the, what's, oh man, we
Well,
all know
here's the thing. I
Corey,
don't think he's a family man. I think he's a dad.
our dad just did that.
That his focus is on being a dad to the kids, which big ups on being a dad for the kid.
Yep.
High fives. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, but family man means he's with the lady. So he's the
Yeah, that's
lady
a far
situation's
stretch.
unknown.
I mean, you live in the same place with them, so they eventually will work it out. But couples have problems all the time. That's normal. I mean, you got counseling for things like that. But
By
I'm gonna just
Mexican
say,
standards, they're married. If they
with
have kids and they're living in the house, they're married by my family standards.
by her family standards, but we don't view that as an American household. We don't view it like that because he don't even have I don't even think he have a ring on the finger. In that case, I
No.
mean he should have married the woman if he wanted to. But hey, they grown, they doing what they think is right. So I'm just gonna say I just hope they work things out in the long run. So in the end it'll all work itself out in the end. So speaking from wisdom and knowledge and what I've learned from my mistakes that I've made in life, things just take time with that. Okay. So with that said, let's go ahead and talk about this elimination matchup that's
Well, do
getting
you
ready
want to
to
talk
take.
about Nellie's accident? Because they also brought out Nellie's
Yeah, they
accident.
did. They did bring up his accident, and I mean, honestly, we saw that in real time, and when that actually took place, with the whole accident deal, I don't think they really needed to revisit it because yeah, he was in the wrong, but he learned from their mistakes, and yes, he lost his leg, but I feel like he's in a better place because I mean, watching early on. It was tough to watch it for me personally. I don't know about y'all too. I'm gonna let y'all speak on that here in a minute. But it was tough to watch that journey and then watching somebody else that I know personally go through that same thing, but they didn't have an accident. The woman decided I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my leg off because she was having problems, and she was like, So when she went through her thing, she had to go through her time where it was good and it's bad and she was having problems. Now she's in a better place. She's walking with her prosthetic limb and it's like more power to you. So what was y'all thoughts on when they actually showed it on the televised version of this and Nelly give him his take on it?
I mean, Nellie was honest. He said exactly what happened. He didn't try and shift blame. He didn't try and say, "Oh, well, this is not what happened" or whatever. The whole, him doing basically a PSA, don't drive drunk. Um, but I like that he did that. He talked a little bit about the journey. Um, obviously, challenge fans, and I think this is mostly for people who are new to the challenge. Obviously, they don't know Nelson, if they've never really seen a season before this one, or even the last few seasons. So they don't know about his history, his story. So they had to have that kind of conversation. I wish they delved a little bit more into his history to kind of give people more of a timeline of who he is. Um, but I watching that whole situation, it is a really inspiring thing. You know, one bad decision, one, thoughtless thing, you lose your leg, you could have lost your life. You know, him openly saying like, and you could tell he was emotional talking about, thank God I didn't hurt anybody else. I only hurt myself, because not everybody can say that has driven, intoxicated. So, I like that he took accountability. I like that he talked a little bit about the journey, but didn't dwell on like a woe is me situation.
All right, what about you?
I mean, there are a lot of people who never let it go because of Nelson's DUI stuff. And oh, what about this person? Did okay, a lot of people did DUIs, have DUIs, and end up, well, losing their job, losing, got let go the company because, for example, I would take Maddie. Remember Maddie from World Wars One and Total Madness?
Hmm.
She got DUIs, but and she had to be let go, but not because of those DUIs. She has multiple DUIs because of her, her racist tweets past gets the axe, and she didn't even mention it. They just quietly let her go. But
Well, she just never came
Nelson,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, never came back. And for Nelson, this is more of a redemption story arc for this because yes, he was drunk driving, loses his leg, and that's they saw money with Nelson when it comes to this storyline. And I know they want to use it by any means stretch
Well, no, it's not
because
just the story and the redemption arc, but Nelson in itself is a very popular player
yep,
because of his personality and his overall playing ability. Um, with his situation with his leg, even before then, I knew that he was, a really strong contender for being a challenge champion. And I'm actually really surprised that he's never made it. And I think mostly it's just because he's got to work on his puzzle stuff. Because everything else he's really great at, but his mental stuff is just not as solid as everybody else. Um, so I don't think that it's because he's money in the way of like the storyline. He himself is just an amazing character um as an individual and as a person, and I think that helps kind of want people to root for him, versus like I liked Maddie at the end of the day, but she wasn't really anything on the challenge. She really didn't give anything. Like
yep,
her personality was very bland. Yeah, she had a little bit of drama. She was pretty, she's gorgeous. She's a great competitor, but she's more like she's more like she's just there. She's just a filler.
yep.
Where Nellie is
Just
more of a main character. That's the way of saying
establish.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, most definitely. So that was an interesting story. So now we get ready to get to the final. Not the
Great
final.
story, bro.
Right.
yep.
Now we get ready to get to the elimination. So this elimination was actually
Do you
uh
wanna do you wanna wait because the timer's about to go out, and then that way it's less cut?
I mean it's 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. You can talk a lot about in 5 minutes. You don't think we can
No, no,
talk about
I'm
in
just
5 minutes?
asking
Yeah, because I
because
mean
I know
we
we
at
always get
five.
cut in the middle.
Yeah. So and plus it's not gonna take that long. So that's why I said 5 minutes is gonna be a
All
quick
right, let's roll.
download. Bam. So the eliminations, get ready to start. We got the blue team and two people from the orange team on the platform getting ready to see who is getting ready to go into the elimination with Chris and what's the name?
Sydney? No,
Yeah, Chris and Sydney got to make a decision on who's going to be going against Bananas because they chose Bananas. She said, "Sorry, Banana Man, you going in." So she ended up throwing him in, and then they made a decision on who was going into the elimination, which was dun 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 Cedric. So
no surprise.
no surprise there, and I was like, okay, so this should be interesting. So. Now TJ lays down the rules on the elimination. They had to actually play Simon Says kind of sort of where that person light comes on, you have to get all your lights on. It could end quick or it can be easy. So this actually elimination went fast. They made it look like it went quick. They put 5 minutes on the board and it only took less than one. I counted it when I looked at the time, and it was still like 4 minutes and some minutes left in there. So, what was y'all take on this elimination? What was y'all take?
Cedric panicked. That's it. Like his brain was not connected. Cause even having Kara scream at him, two hands,
Boom,
he just didn't because you just saw Johnny just bop, bop,
boom,
bop,
boom,
bop,
boom. He
bop.
was boom, 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 boom. Right.
But I think that's the thing because Johnny has had, I mean, when you go up against someone who has so much experiences and who has been in so many different types of eliminations, um, when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, it's Light Bright all over again. But, it was a much easier Light Bright.
Right.
Um, and he just had the better strategy and he outran someone 20 years his junior. So big ups on Johnny for being able to keep up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad CT didn't end up in this elimination because I'm pretty sure even though Cedric panicked, he probably would have still won this or would have been closer.
Right.
But yeah, no, with this whole situation, I'm just Cedric needs to get his head together. He just got out of it because he got picked, and I don't understand why he wouldn't be on it.
Right. I do definitely agree. What about you?
I think Bananas just dog walk Cedric. It's remind me of
Oh, he froze.
uh
Bro, I see him perfectly. Go ahead.
okay, can you say okay.
Yeah.
Bananas just basically can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay. Oh, Bananas dog walk Cedric. It's like watching me getting dog walked by Malik in an elimination. I just throw Malik reference him. Sorry, Malik, don't take it personally though. And
You're saying he would dog walk you or you would dog walk Malik?
oh, Malik, I know he's a big dude, but
He will get
he
dog
would.
walked by Malik, is what he's saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So you said
We
Malik
gotta
would win.
follow. We gotta
Okay.
follow. We
yeah.
follow.
Malik would smash smash this elimination against me. So, all right. So Bananas wins, not surprised. And the end was, Letty cussing out Bananas, and Bananas shot it down quickly.
Was it Letty? Oh,
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
it?
Letty screaming,
the
said
WWE.
B bullshit. She said BS. It's like watching Malik said, "Oh, Jordan win easily." Oh, shut the fuck up.
I gotta laugh on that one. Oh, that is
I missed
hilarious.
that. I froze.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna pray for you. You're gonna pray for you. You gotta start paying attention to these things at the end. But yeah, so that was that for this episode. So cause when we come back, we're gonna get started on the second episode. I know y'all watched the second episode. Y'all the second episode we gonna get into it because a lot more was actually unfolding in this one and a shocker for me and what I'm going to say about Maria in this thing. If I'm
I
gonna
have
say
a feeling it's not going to be a shocker. Just going to be
for
disappointing.
me, it's gonna be a shocker. It's gonna be a shocker. So, but that's still my girl, 100%. So I'm kind of be careful on how I choose my words, honestly, because I don't want to come off as offensive.
We'll
So,
we'll 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 talk in a bit.
yeah,
And just be careful on the lady jokes, sir.
no, ain't no lady joke. I don't do no lady jokes. Ain't no lady joke. You're gonna probably be surprised on what I'm going to say. That's the first thing
Okay.
I'll say.
Okay. So we'll start this for the next episode. We're
Yes,
ready.
for the next episode. I may even change my wording. So well, I know I'm gonna change my wording, but it's gonna be cool. So that's the last of the minute. It's gonna be going off here soon. So with that, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and then we are get ready to start a new one. So we are going to take 5 minutes, y'all.